Ciao belli, welcome to a new video. This is the second episode of the new series I've got on my YouTube channel where I review the video you send me actually through Facebook and YouTube. If you're new to my channel, you can leave your video as well. Just drop a link in the comments down below. Today I love the travel vlogs again, but if you have any other type of content, I will be happy to give it a watch. So don't be shy, leave a link down here. In the description tab also you will find a link to Udemy. Udemy is a website where people can create courses, and I just created a tiny course about video editing, so if you're part of that website, go check it out, and again, link in the description. That will help me to support my channel, and also it will help me to help the community as I'm doing right now. As I mentioned in the first episode of this series, don't get anything I say personal. I just try to point out some maybe negative things for you to build from there and grow and enhance the quality of your videos. So don't get upset, just take my comments as possibly constructive feedback. So let's start. Second episode, we're gonna start with Adam Victory. He sent me this video through Facebook. This is his channel on YouTube. So go and subscribe as I'm doing right now. Right here we go. And this is a video about Thailand. We're gonna go in Premiere so we can check it here and possibly edit some stuff if we need to edit. And let's play. Okay, the first 15 seconds. In the beginning, it's good that you have the title, so I know where you are, Phuket. It's good. Okay, this first shot, it starts out of focus. So that's the first comment I would say. When you're filming, guys, make sure you use manual settings. That's an advice. So if you had manual focus on this shot, probably the shot would have been on focus and you wouldn't have this change of focus as I'm seeing right now. Also, we start with the clip out of focus, and as soon as it gets into focus, you change to a different clip. So I'm not really sure what's happening there, and I can't read your ticket. So I would have left that clip a bit longer. Okay, what I find weird in this intro is not having any music. So yeah, there's no music, and you've got the original sound effects of the camera, so it doesn't work very well, and I would have started with the music right from the beginning. It's just weird to the ears and the brain. And now you coming in with the music, which is fine. My comment on the music, I really love it. It's a very, very common music, especially in the travel vlogging community now. And it's overused. So that's my suggestion. Be original, find something else, and play with the music. Again, it's a lot of fun, and it's one of the main things of video making. So just give it a shot, try something else. You know, this is really overused. Okay, let me go back on your channel, because I think that was the only video you had, right? So this is the first video you have on your YouTube channel. And in this video you sent me, you're not talking, so I'm not sure who you are. I don't know you as a person through the videos. So as a first video on YouTube, as a general comment, I would say to maybe create a trailer for your channel instead. Because from here, I don't know what kind of channel you're trying to build, but I'm not sure who you are. So as a first video, I would maybe create an intro, like a trailer of your channel basically, or at least I would have spoken in the video you sent me saying, you know, my name is, I'm in Thailand, blah, blah, blah. But this is more like a teaser for your holiday, so I don't get much from that. That's the weird thing with the travel videos, as I mentioned in the first episode. They don't give you much, either of the place, because you're not telling me anything, it's just visuals. And I don't know you as a vlogger, so it's a tricky one. But yeah, that's actually a genuine question. What channel are you planning to build? If it's just a holiday, channel, fine. This video is completely fine. But if you want to do a vlogging channel, then you need to add some talking to your video, definitely. And you need to introduce yourself and engage with the audience as well. Okay, then let's go here. I've got some comments because we got limited time for each of you. So if we go to 110, okay, these shots here. Okay, this one and this. So basically you've got a lot of this transition behind the trees, I noticed through the video, which are fine. It's a reveal shot, very common in video making, but you are showing me basically the tree, and I don't understand what the subject is. So you should have been the subject here, but instead you're showing me a lot of the tree, and as soon as I get to you, you change clip, you cut to a different clip, like here. So there, as I'm start seeing you, you just, or I'm not sure if that's you actually or your friend, whatever, but as soon as I see the subject, you are changing to a different clip. Instead, I would have left less tree and more about the person, because it's definitely more important than the tree. And that happens either in this shot, here at 108. And again, in this shot, you're chopping off this guy's head. So again, I don't understand what you wanted to show me here. And here again, so you're just boop, skipping to the next. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, I actually wrote a few of these transitions. 140 as well. Okay, here, same, you've got the tree again. You've got this tree, and then you've got the monkeys, which are really cool in the background. And as soon as they get into focus, you change clip again. So I would have loved to see more of the monkeys than the trunk of the tree. Oh, one thing I noticed, again, HD, you film in HD, and there's a lot of pixels, so the quality of the video is not great. Again, I'm not sure if you filmed in full HD and rendered out in HD, but I would recommend, if you can, to film in full HD. So 1080p by 1920, that's definitely better quality. 157. Okay, here when you're filming your feet, which is fine, I do it every time. But as soon as the camera points out, you change to the next clip. Again, you don't give me the time to see what's happening in that shot, and you're rushing through it and go to the next straight away. Okay, 132, let's go back 1 second, there was something here. At 132, you've got this transition, which is a light leak. Here. Okay, here, you've got this transition, and a transition is made to transition to a different clip. So I would have expected a different clip from the previous one, but it's actually the same, and it doesn't help the story, so it's kind of pointless there, to be honest. Then if we go to 227, oh yeah, elephants. Okay, I'm not sure with the slow motion. I'm not sure if you filmed in slow motion with the wrong shutter speed. And this is another question. What are you filming with? Is it a smartphone, or you actually have a DSLR or mirrorless camera? Because I'm not sure if you slowed down some footage that wasn't filmed in slow motion, or if your shutter speed was wrong. So if you comment down here, let me know. We can figure that out. Because if you notice, the elephants kind of move too sharp and like robots. So yeah, definitely there's no motion blur, so I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, leave me a comment down here. Okay, this bit 343 is overexposed. Again, that's why I advise to use manual settings. Yeah, or that's probably an effect you put, I'm not sure, at 349. Okay, and the ending is a bit random as well, because from the forest or the adventure, you just go directly into an arcade. Right there, there's one shot of you in the arcade and then one of the concert, and it's just ending there. So it's kind of weird, and I would have linked the ending clips a bit better, or I would have added more of those clips. Maybe the next time create different sections, so one for the adventure, one for the nature, one for, you know, the fun and the nightlife, and build different parts of the video. All right, thank you very much for sending the videos. Let's get to the next. All right, guys, we got the Cooking Man. Cooking Man is fun, so subscribe right here. Go and check him out at the Cooking Man on YouTube. This video, if I'm not wrong, is from China, right? And there's a few things I brought for you too. Okay, the beginning, the intro, I don't know, is there something again weird with the mic? It was probably a very crowded place, as I can see, but still it sounds muffled. So are you using external mic? I think I've seen it, if I'm not wrong, in your GoPro or something. So, but there's something, yeah, there's something there. But again, your vlogs are very clear from the beginning in terms of location and what's happening, so that's really good. I like the character you created with the pot as well, as we mentioned on YouTube. Okay, here. Yeah, I'm not sure about these other days, so I didn't understand what you meant by showing me these 2 days, like day 9 and then day 20. There's a jump there of 11 days, which I don't understand, to be honest, in terms of storytelling. And day 57, again, I don't know what you want to show me there. There was one thing at 55 seconds. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm still like thinking where to go. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Towards somewhere.
Okay, here you are trying to give me information and you're going somewhere, but you don't know. So this kind of stuff, I wouldn't put in a video, to be honest. Why should I watch a video where you don't even know where you're going? Why should I watch it? So here probably I would have stopped watching already your vlog, because again, I don't know what's happening. How do you know how your video can help me if you don't know what is happening, basically? Yeah, the sound as well. I'm not sure if you have a mic. That's the thing. There's a lot of environment and ambient noise. Let's go to 222. Okay. Ah, okay, the transition with the hand, basically. At 222, you've got this transition with the hand. Again, quite common in the vlogging community, it's fine, but I would take the noise out of the clip. So that's quite disturbing. I would just leave the hand, but I would chop out the audio from it. I'll show you. So if you actually go here in your timeline, you can see the audio waves, the kind of clipping, so it's kind of distorting as well. So you might just want to chop it out, and you might add a transition effect if you have it so with you, or you can download sound effects from YouTube as well. Yeah. And the thing with this effect, it's nice because basically you are covering the lens. So in the other shot, you should have thought about something else the other way around. So from the top of the lens, you should have revealed something, and that would have worked a bit better as a transition, instead of covering the lens and then finding yourself already somewhere like it's happening here. So from here, there's not much of a transition, if you know what I'm saying. 3 or 4. Let's go to 3 or 4. Okay, when you're getting the ticket for this place, you are cutting out what you're saying, basically. So there's a bit of your speaking and then the lady replying to your question. And in this clip, I would have either chopped what you're saying directly, so I'm not hearing your voice for a tiny fraction of the second, and I would have started with her, or you could have started with all your sentence and then hearing the reply of the lady. But in this way, it's kind of weird again. Go back, go back. So that's what you're saying, and then she's replying. So again, pay a bit more attention in the editing as well. It's very important. You know, details, the devil is in the details. but also good qualities in the details. But your vlogs are really good, actually. They're enjoyable, so there's a lot of information, and the places you're visiting are great. So let's go to 418. Okay, I don't see a mic on your camera there, but you're probably using the GoPro for vlogging. So let me see, 418. Oh no, so you don't have a mic on your GoPro either. So I would recommend an external mic, definitely. And yeah, this photo is out of focus. I'm sure you know, but I would have avoided it. It's probably the only one you got. And I understand, you know, the action and reaction of you taking the photo and then showing me the photo. But again, it's not great, to be honest. Cool. And yeah, ending to be continued. So that's fine. Thank you very much. Enjoy your travels. It's good fun to watch your videos. Let's get to KL Vines. So if you guys go here, again, link in the description, KL Vines, let's subscribe. And again, guys, don't be those people that subscribe for a day and then the next day they unsubscribe. What's the point? And by subscribing to other vloggers, you can just support the community, and also it's free. So what's the point of unsubscribing the next day? I don't understand. So go check it out. Just click the subscribe button right there. Okay, let's play. One day in Boston. Right. One comment at the beginning. The title. So the first title, again, is great. You're showing me the title, but look how long it is. It's 1 second and 8 frames. Definitely too short, and I'm not even able to read the text. One thing my teachers told me when I was studying advertising is when you're working in copywriting or advertising, when you create an ad, people need to have the time to read your text. And one of the funny things my teacher used to say is even your grandma should be able to read it. So you should show this text to a 90 years old person and see if she can read it in time. That's the proof. But said that, yeah, it's very quick. I'm not able to read where you're going. And also there's a white text on a light background here on the sky, so it's kind of hard to read in that amount of time. The music is nice, at the beginning at least. And as a first shot, that's the other comment, as a first shot of Boston, this is not a great intro shot. So again, I will never stop to repeat this, guys. The first shot and the last shot of a film, of a video, whatever, are the most important thing. If you don't grab my attention in the first shot, I'm gonna leave. So in this shot, I can't see Boston. There's a bunch of trees and I can't even see you through the mirror. So I would have used something else, something more powerful, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, probably this shot is already more important because I can see the city. The bridge is probably a big feature there. I'm not sure, I don't know the city, but you know, it gives me the idea of being an American city more than the first shot. By the way, I repeat this as well a lot of times. I would avoid any travel shots, and by that I mean any shots where you are traveling in a car, on a bike, and where you're just filming things as you go. They're not very engaging, guys. Especially if you do time lapses, which you haven't done, but again, I would avoid all these type of shots. These shots, for example, this shot works better. There's no cars, you were steady there, and you know, you're just tilting the camera up and down. So definitely better than being in a car and showing me things as the car is driving, basically. Well, this is a photo. Talking about photos, right here actually, 1913. And then if you go to 112, it's exactly the same photo, just a different perspective. And I would avoid all repetitions. It doesn't give me anything new. So I would get rid of one of them. Okay, grandma is playing, that's good. Squirrels. Okay, there's a lot of, in my opinion, there's a lot of movements in terms of photography. So There's a lot of zoom in and zoom out, and again, they can be distracting. So what I usually do is to, if you want to add a zoom, just add a tiny scale, like a very slow scale, you know, just barely visible to the eye, but that give me a sense of motion anyway through the clip. But I would avoid all this zoom in, zoom out, left to right, and so on. It's very disturbing sometimes, especially if you got different pictures one after the other with the same, you know, movements. And also notice when you were reframing your pictures, there's a few black stripes on the side of the photos, like at 137 there. So if you notice on the side, the picture was shifted too much. Again, during the video editing, guys, make sure you check the details as well. And there were more here as well. So here, all these black edges, just try to get rid of it. So you need to start with your photo a bit bigger and scale it up even more, so you will not have any black stripes on the side. Great. It's nice that you actually put in some title boards, so you're telling me something more about the story, about your family, which is great. I probably would add even more, so because you're not talking through the video, so the titles always help to tell the story. And I think that's it for you. I found the final clips a bit long. It's a nice sunset, but again, the cars in the motorway, not very engaging. But yeah, that's all. Thank you for submitting your video. Next is Bye Nanyo. I hope I pronounce it correctly. So let's go down here. Weekend in Valencia. So Bye Nanyo. Go guys, subscribe right there and check it out in Premiere. Let's go. Okay, I have no idea what you said. It's nice that you put the subtitles on YouTube. That's a big advice, guys. If you can, if you speak the language a little, try to add the subtitles, because you're gonna reach a bigger audience on YouTube. I know it's hard, it takes time, but it definitely helps. And also you can join our Facebook group, otherwise you will not. Okay. So intro is good, you've got the logo, which is nice. And then you're introducing yourself and telling me that you're going somewhere. The first thing I noticed was here, you have this transition with your bag, from your bag to the location, which is good, but again, I would use manual settings. So you probably used auto settings here, which means you had auto exposure. So when you're going from black, from your bag basically here, and then again from your bag to the environment, the camera is trying to grab as much light as it can, and it's just overexposed. So if you would have set your camera with manual exposure, this wouldn't have happened, and you would have your settings rightly exposed, which is definitely better than this change of light, if you know what I'm saying. This image at 36 seconds, completely out of focus. And I don't understand why, if it's a mistake again because it's in auto mode, or if it was your intention to film in out of focus, but I don't see the point of doing that, because you're not showing me anything. Okay, again here, there's a lot of images out of focus in your video, which I personally wouldn't use. It's just they're not watchable in terms of they're not showing me what you were seeing, so there's no point of adding those images to the video. This is completely blurred out. Okay. Okay, here as well. Again, guys, don't take it personally. I'm pointing out, you know, what I think could be improved. So this shot, I like the idea of the, you know, tracking and revealing, but you're showing me an old fence, like a lot of rust on the fence, and the background is out of focus, so I'm not seeing the trees, which were probably more interesting anyway than the fence. And yeah, there's a lot of out of focus also. If we go to 117, this guy with the fire is out of focus, which was actually an interesting scene. If we go to 413, this shot is out of focus. None of these people are in focus. So I'm not sure what happened there. But yeah, avoid all the out of focus shots. They really don't make any sense unless you have a title on top of it. Let's have a look at this clip together. Okay, so I know what you're trying to do here, which is great, which is working with the music, so with the rhythm of the music, but definitely there's too much going on. So in the first minute of your video, to me, seems like I watched 30 minutes of footage, because you put a lot of clips in literally in 10 seconds. So here, let me turn this down. So from here, for example, you show me the flag, a zoom in flag, then you show me the same flag going up and down. This clip is again pointless, there's nothing there, it's out of focus. And I understand you're putting clips just to go with the rhythm of the music, but that doesn't make any sense with the story and with the quality of the video. So in your case, I would definitely recommend to tone down the video editing a little bit. Okay, mind the framing as well. As you can see, you've got some black stripe as the guys before. So during the video editing, again, rewatch your video and make sure there's not any of these edges. And yeah, talking about transitions, I know it was a trend, especially last year in the vlogging community, especially the travel vlogging community. It was overused, and that's, I think, what you're doing in your videos. There's just too much going on, too many transitions, too many speed ramps. So you are speeding up the clips and then slowing down and then putting in reverse. It's very distracting, and it doesn't let me enjoy the plays. I know it's nice and fun to play with effects and transitions, but I would choose just particular transitions for each video. So if you want to play with your speed ramp in one video, just do so a few times in that video. In the next video, you can use maybe the wipe transitions and just keep that transition for the whole video. So don't get crazy with them. Don't put everything, in the same one. Oh yeah, your information are spot on. So there's a lot of talking, which is great. One thing I would suggest is there are parts where you talk a lot, again, which is great, but you don't show me anything. Okay, for example, if you go to 6 minutes and 33, then you start talking there, and until 9:47 you keep talking. So that's 3 minutes and a half of talking, which is definitely too much without showing me anything. You're giving me a lot of information, but without showing me anything. So I would definitely recommend to film more B-roll, or instead use all the B-roll you used in 10 seconds at the beginning and extend it, slow it down, and use it here to cover your talking, basically. Of course, if the B-roll is related to what you're saying. Otherwise, I would suggest to film more stuff in that place. So you're on top of a castle, if I'm not wrong. I would have filmed a lot of footage right there that you could have used here. And if we go back to 2:23, that's the other part where you put a lot of stuff in it. Here. And again, a lot of things out of focus, a lot of effects and speed ramps again. You really need to think about the focus. I think that's one of the biggest tips for you. But yeah, that's great. Thank you very much for sending the video. I appreciate, and it was nice to see some of Spain as well. Let's go to the last one for today. So if we guys go to here, Portly Travelers, here we go. Guys, thank you. You're very kind on YouTube. So let's have a look if I can help you with your vlogs right here. And guys, go and subscribe to the channel. So let's do this in Premiere again. Bruges, and by the way, you can check my video, guys, about Bruges. I put a link down here.
So excited for this week's video. It's our favorite Belgian city of Bruges, or Brugge. Both are right depending if you're speaking French or Flemish. If you missed last week's video, we went to Ghent and Antwerp. This is our amazing hotel.
Okay, great. It's awesome. You're giving me a lot of info straight away. I know where we are. what's happening, the type of vlog you're doing. So thumbs up. There's a change of audio, so I'm not sure if you're using two different devices as well, from the voiceover to the vlogging device. And I think the voiceover actually sounds better than the vlogging. You probably recorded your voiceover indoors anyway, but definitely the audio sounded better at the beginning. Perfect. I have a comment, I think at 024. Okay, here, so if you go to 21, 23, these photos in the portrait format, and also 347, that's actually a video in portrait. My advice is for videos in particular to always film in landscape aspect ratio. So never use portrait unless you're filming something for Instagram or Facebook stories. Otherwise there's no point in filming in portrait, especially because you need to add a background and you're actually cropping a lot of your image. As you can see here, there's a lot of frame you're not using, and you could have showed me 3 times what you're showing me in one photo, if it makes sense. And it doesn't look great, to be honest, in video. Again, the background as well, I'm not sure about the paper background. It doesn't match with anything. So usually what I do, I can just share what I do, is either leave a black background, or I use the same photos scaled up and I blur it out. So I will have a blurred background with the same photo and then the photo on top. Or what I do, I just scale up this photo until it basically covers my 16:9 format. I know you're gonna lose a lot of your photo, and that's why I'm not advising to use portrait into landscape aspect ratios. Okay, here, if we go back to 028, it's barely noticeable, but again, details. Okay, it's literally at 29:13, 12. 29:12. There's a clip. So there's an audio clip, which means it happens when you cut your clip and you actually cut the clip as you're talking. So it means you chopped off some of the audio waves. Well, the first thing I would advise is not to cut any talking parts. But if you really have to, because you want to delete some of the talking parts you don't like, or you said something wrong, then add a tiny fade at the beginning, so a cross fade, and that usually helps to avoid this clipping.
Oh, it's,
if you can hear it.
It's
okay, great. 105. 105, I think, is when you're showing me the room. Okay, so in this clip, when you're actually showing me the room, I would avoid filming the walking through the room. It's never nice. And again, here you're just showing me the floor for a few seconds. I don't know, it doesn't really work. So when you do this kind of rooms review, I would put my camera steady, film a corner of the room, then, you know, tilt or pan the camera, take another shot, and so on. I would do that instead of walking around. There was something at 207.
Fried eggs, a couple of pastries, and some juice.
I had a...
So here we've got one of you guys talking about breakfast, but I'm not seeing you talking. And you're showing me the food. So I'm not sure if that was a voiceover explaining what you did during breakfast, and it's kind of weird. So what I do usually here is, in this case, is I film myself talking. So I'm explaining what my breakfast was, and then after I take B-roll of the same breakfast. So you actually have two options. You can use yourself talking and then show me the B-roll, or if you don't want to show me the B-roll, you can just show me yourself talking. So you got different options, and you can play with the clips as well. Okay, there was another thing at 303. Let's go here.
In Bruges, so we're gonna go look around. They also have gluten-free chocolate for sure in there.
Okay, I think here you're just chopping your sentence, so there's no ending for the sentence.
In Bruges, so we're gonna go look around. They also have gluten-free chocolate for sure in there.
And there, and that's it. So again, pay a bit more attention during the editing process. That's my advice. Or if you realize you said something wrong as you're filming, then stop and start again and say it again. That's something I do all the time. I say a lot of stupid things and then I stop the camera and start again. So, but it definitely helps to create the video at the end. Okay, 3:15. So again here, as I mentioned before, I would avoid the walking and filming at the same time. If you want to show me the chocolate, I would just stand by the window, take one shot, change angle and move and take another shot and so on. And also in particular this shot, 3:12, there's so much moving and it's very fast and I'm not enjoying that beauty of that chocolate. Look at it. So I would have gone into details a bit more as well. Even here, there's always some wide shots and something you want to mix up is close-up shots and wide shots. That always helps. Right, thank you guys for submitting your videos. You're great, you're doing a lot of good stuff, so keep doing it. Support the community, consider to subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't done so yet, and also consider to check my clothing brand With You Clothing right here. Well, I guess I see you in the next episode. Keep sending your videos, it's a lot of fun. God bless you, take care.
Seems all good times come and go your way.